Welcome to my channel ITSmartTraining. Today we are going to start AWS instance types and AWS pricing calculator. So if my video is informative, please like the video and subscribe my channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to get more up to date. So let's start today's session, AWS instance types and the pricing calculator. So at first I go to my PowerPoint slide to give you some informations regarding AWS EC2 instance types. So when we create AWS instances in my previous video, so there I show you and told you that instance types are basically a hardware profile. It is nothing but a hardware profile. So what is hardware profile? Hardware profile means there is written some hardware configurations, like we have I create a hardware profile named test1, and there is mentioned 1 GB RAM, 1 virtual CPU, this is my hard disk, and this is my storage type, and this is the amount of storage space. And I create another hardware profile, that is T2. The virtual CPU is 2, RAM is 4 GB, storage is this. So this is the hardware profile. When we select that hardware profile and when the instance is created, this hardware profile can take and create the instances with that configuration, hardware configuration. So first we are starting the Amazon EC2 instance type introductions. So Amazon EC2 provides a wide selections of instance types optimizations to fit different use cases. Instance types comprise varying combinations of CPU, memory, storage and networking capacity, and give you the flexibility to choose the appropriate mix of resources for your applications. Each instance types include one or more instance sizes, allowing you to scale your resources to the requirements of your target workload. When you launch an instance, the instance type that you specify determine the hardware of the host computer used for your instance. Each instance type offers different compute memory. Compute means the CPU, memory, storage capabilities, and are grouped in instance families based on these capabilities. Select an instance type based on the requirement of your applications or software that you plan to run on your instances. So there are several types of instance types and their family. So at first I describe the family. The family is general purpose, compute optimized, memory optimized, accelerated computing, storage optimized. These are the family types. When we create instance, we can see that these family types are available there, and inside this family there are several instance types are added. So let's be discussing one by one the AWS family as well as the instance type. First is a general purpose family. And what is the general purpose? General purpose instances provided a balance of compute, memory and networking resources, and can be used for variety of diverse workload. These instances are ideal for applications that use these resources in an equal proportion, such as web servers, code repositories, And the series or the types inside the general purpose, that is a Mac, T4G, T3, T3A, T2, M6G, M5, M5A, M5N, M5ZN, M4A1. These are the series or the types of hardware profile. General purpose, actually the general purpose instances are basically use our basic application tasks, do the basic applications tasks. Okay, suppose we are running some kind of applications which are not utilize or not use much amount of CPUs, much amount of RAM, much amount of storage, and that is for general purpose. Suppose we are running only the Word, Excel, PowerPoint inside the server, or we are configuring only a one static website inside the server. So we can consider the general purpose instances on that. Next, the compute optimize. Compute optimized instances are ideal for compute bound applications that benefit for high performance processors. Instances belonging to this family are well suited for batch processing workloads, media transcoding, high performance web servers, high performance computing, scientific modeling, dedicated gaming servers, and AD server engines, machine learning interface, and other compute investive applications. Those applications who are utilize the CPU power more, then only we can use these compute optimized instances where we get the CPU process, where you can get CPU power more. So compute optimize is nothing but a family where we can get the instances who contain the high power CPU, and the series and the types under the compute optimize is C6G, C6GN, C5, C5A, C5N, and C4. Next, memory optimized. Memory optimized instances are designed to deliver fast performance for workloads that process large data sets in memory. Suppose in a circumstances we need a memory, means the RAM. We need a more memory or RAM in a particular instances. Then we can use this memory optimized instances, and the series are R6G, R series. There are several series, you can see that R series, X series, and Z series. Inside the R series there are R6G, R5, R5A, R5B, R5N, R4. Under X series there is a X1E, X1. There is also a high memory types, and last is Z1D. So memory optimized nothing but a instance family where we can get the instance or the hardware profile who has a high memory. Next, accelerated computing. Accelerated computing instances are hardware accelerators or co-processors to perform functions such as a floating point number calculations, graphic processing, data pattern matching more efficiency than is possible to software running on CPU. So accelerated computing where we can do a high performance task, plus just like suppose we are performing a rendering kind of task, or we have some applications that need some high end of graphics processing. Suppose we need a 4 GB of graphics processing. So in that case we are using the accelerated computing. Under the types there are P4, P3, P2, IN, F1, G4, DN, G4, AD, G3, and F1. Next is storage optimized. Storage optimized instances are designed for workloads that require high sequential read and write access to very large data sets on a local storage. They are optimized to deliver tens of thousands of low latency random input output operations per second IOPS to applications. It is used where we are using a high performance storage like SSD or NVMe, so where we can get the high performance storage read write. So in that scenario we are using a storage optimized instances. The instance series of the types are I3, I3EN, D2, D3, D3EN and H1. This is all about the instances family and types. Now I just go to the website. Now I provide the username and password. I just signing in. My portal is signing in. After the signing in, I just click on the EC2 Elastic Cloud Computing from AWS Management Console. I just click on EC2. Now I just change my data center to select Asia Mumbai. Then click on instance types. Here you can see all the instance types over here. Here you can see T2 Nano, T2 Micro. These all the instance types where the virtual CPUs are mentioned, one virtual CPUs, and architecture is given there, as well as the memory 0.5 is given there. Here you can see the pricing also given there, 0.0062 USD per hour on demand Linux pricing, and Windows pricing is 0.0065 USD per hour. So these are the pricing model over here which is mentioned here. The pricing models depends upon the instance types and their configurations. There are lots of instance types and the virtual CPUs, virtual machines are there. So I'm opening a page which is the AWS portal page, where you can see the general purpose images. There are so many general purpose images over there, and each instance types, there are the virtual machines are given there, instance types, and which processor, which how many virtual CPUs are given each instances, that all are mentioned over here. I just select M5. Here you can see this is up to 3.1 gigahertz Intel processor and all these configurations. If I select that instance type, so I got that configuration. And the control optimized, there are so many optimizations features over there. You can select there. You can also accelerate computing over there. Here is given the virtual CPUs, the network speed, etc. So I just go back to my portal. I'm just opening Google. I want to see you something. I just open AWS Calculator, through which we can calculate the price. It is a free tool provided by AWS. I'm just open the AWS Calculator. So here is some instructions how the calculator works. So I just click the calculator. I just type EC2. There are so many EC2 features over given here. I just select Amazon EC2 only. I just select configure to see the Amazon EC2 pricing. So it is opened. I am provide the description at first, then we have to select the data center, which data center you want to allocate your virtual machine. I select Asia Pacific Mumbai and configure. See, Asia Pacific is added. Here you can select quick or advanced calculation. Select your server type. You are using Linux, Windows Server with SQL. What kind of instances or what kind of virtual machines you want to use. Select how many virtual CPUs you want to need. I'm selecting 2 virtual CPUs. You can also provide the memory over here, how many memory you need. So it is recommended to T3A large instances for me. I'm searching my AWS portal T3A large. See, this is a large. There is a configure 2 virtual CPUs, and here is also provide the network 5 Gbps and the pricing per hour, and the on-demand pricing is also given there. I just go back to the calculator. Here is also given the pricing over here. I just can select how many we can assign. I just select 1 year. Select the storage type and the storage amount and which kind of storage you need, SSD or EBS storage. I will describe you the storage differences in later video. So my cost is around 11 point something USD for storage, and for instances 42 point something USD for the EC2, and my total is 54.18. This is my total cost, monthly cost. This is my monthly cost. So this is how you can to calculate the pricing of the Amazon services over here. If my video is informative, please like my video and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Thank you for watching and liking IT Smart Training.